Well, here we are at Ibrox, the Rangers Store. I'll just give you a quick wander around. It's very bright outside. Inside, this is the old store. It's been refitted. I think it's slightly industrial minimalist. We're just waiting just now for the players to come in for the official launch. Crowds are starting to gather outside. Should be due at about 10:30 for the official launch. So here's hoping that providing shots for those of you into that sort of thing will come quick. There's the players arriving. Jermaine getting his instructions.
I'm just going to start the mannequins in front of walk around here, and the mannequins.
How are you doing?
You are.
Things. I'm just been a pest, so
looks good.
The name's Dingwall.
Mark.
Follow. So how are you doing?
Phil Beahon, how are you?
How are you doing?
Hi, Andy. Nice to meet you.
Very difficult to do it without these things off, isn't it? But of course we must all put them back on.
Yeah,
we must.
How are you, Mark?
So this is the calm before the storm.
It's been a lot of hard work. Everyone's been working 24 hours round the clock. To be honest, we say we were here till 5 AM this morning, then back in at 6. So it's yeah, to get it all
It's
ready.
your baby.
Yeah, it's our brand, so we ultimately hold responsibility. I suppose that's a good thing and a bad thing.
Good. Well, as I say, I won't pester you for too long here, but the thing I keep repeating when I'm talking to Tom is that, you know, historically, you know, Rangers fans have always been very proud, and this is the flagship. So whatever you do online, let's make sure everything comes through here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think from our side, obviously, I'm not sure how much James and the rest of the guys have given you, but for us, the mega store is where it starts. This is your hub. We'll be doing constant events in here. It'll be getting upgraded probably monthly in terms of new fit outs, new product launches, and then we've got 3 sites earmarked we're head to terms on in Glasgow, or in the region of Glasgow. Edinburgh is pretty close, and we expect.
Is it okay to use this, or should I chop it?
No, go for it. No, absolutely. I think for us, we're not there yet, but we will be before Christmas. And for us, there's no reason that I was looking at the figures from 2005 on stores, and it was the amount of product that was sold through those stores is scary. So we obviously have our Kings Road London store, which is incredibly successful, and we've had in the last week alone hundreds of Rangers fans walk into those stores and ask for product, and it's a really proud moment for us, because obviously to have those guys that want to come into our stores and buy product from us is fantastic. But what we really, I suppose, want to do is make sure there's more of those sites available. There's no reason why it should all be online. Like football stores, again, the guys across the other side of the city have a lot of different stores. There's no reason why Rangers shouldn't. You're a bigger club, you've got more fans, you've got the merchandise sales should be on par, if not better than those guys, and it's just because, I suppose it's fair to say, probably been neglected in the last 10 years. For us, it's our project. Yes, we'll have a Premier League team next year that will come on board, or have a La Liga team, but Rangers is always going to be the biggest club within our portfolio. There's no point beating around the bush in that sense. So it's no, we're incredibly excited. So
and have there been any surprises in this? I mean, obviously you know, when you do your research, you see this and that. When you actually got to grips with meeting the staff in here and crunching those numbers, was it more of a challenge than you expected, or?
I'd be lying to say, Mark, if it wasn't a challenge, because we obviously done something in 3 months, which most brands do 18 months. So most brands won't take a club on unless they've got 18 months to do it. So for us, it's been a challenge. I wouldn't want to lie to the fans and say it hasn't been, but I think what we can see here today is a lot of hard work has come together. The team have been on it 24 hours to get product in. I know Tom touched on it. We charter our own private planes to get them in, because we know the demand's there. So we also understand that there's people that haven't had product in hand yet. We understand that, and they're an absolute priority for us. But we have done absolutely everything to make sure that we're fulfilling demand, and I think the away shirt's gone out and they're all on time, and all the training stuff that obviously launched is going out, and more products coming back online in coming days. So for us, it's managing expectations, because we don't want to overpromise, and that's obviously a really hard challenge for any brand, because you don't want to, you want to impress the fans, and I hope the fans, the feedback I've seen has been incredibly positive on the kit. You're always going to have other angles of saying, of course you are. For us, it's now a development job. that we're focusing on next year. How can we started next year's already, to put things in context. That's already in sampling stage. So for us, and then it's like, how do we get the fans involved in that process? And it's looking at things on a 12-month cycle, and that's what's incredibly exciting for us. And this is a 5-year deal, so we've got 5 years to work with you guys and get this right. It's not a quick fix. We don't need it to be a quick fix. So it's we're excited.
Well, let's hope it's a great day today, and let's hope for the next 5 years are as fruitful as we think they'll be.
I'm sure they will, Mark. I'm sure they will.